Good afternoon, everyone. This is Point of View with Shirley and Merethah. And we are here today. Cleester and Eula are doing their thing at work. So we are here today. Happy Valentine's Day, baby sister.
Happy Valentine's Day, sister.
And happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Uh, my thing, I go between, I mean, like, is it Valentine's Day or is it Valentine Day or is it either or? So I just sometimes I say Valentine, sometimes I say Valentine's. So hey,
Right. It
what
is
do
what
you
it is.
say?
I
What
say
do you say?
Valentine. Happy
Without that.
Valentine's.
Oh, Valentine's.
Time.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, because this is the day for the Valentine. Okay, so
hmm
this is Valentine's Day. Okay, it's we're going to pray, dear God, as we sit before you to speak. We pray to you that our souls you will keep, and if we should die before we finish, we pray to you, dear God, in the name of Jesus, that any outstanding sins will be forgiven.
Thank you.
Amen. And I thought I had our thing going across there, but maybe I don't. But I
Yes, it
do.
does. It is going across.
When you see it, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I just made my screen larger so I don't see it.
Yeah, it says
But yeah,
Valentine's Day 2023.
okay,
Love the one you're with if you safely can. And then it says love don't cost a thing.
love don't cost a thing. And so I wanted to just read a little bit about uh, Valentine's Day and the origin of Valentine's Day. Just I always like to do things like this: the origin of Valentine's Day. Okay. And it's the Valentine's Day feast on February 14th, Roman festival of Lupercalia. Lupercalia. Valentine's Day, also called St. Valentine's Day holiday, February 14th, when lovers express their affection with greetings and gifts. Given their similarities, it has been suggested that the holiday has origins in the Roman festival of Lupercalia, held in mid February. The festival, which celebrated the coming of spring, included fertility rites and the pairing off of women with men by lottery. Hmm.
Hmm.
The ancient Roman festival of Lupercalia has been one of the earliest records of the term Valentine's Day, but the holiday isn't what you would imagine. In fact, it's probably darker. So it would begin the February 15th off with sacrifices. I don't want to say what they sacrifice.
Yeah.
That's uh, what I found about the origin. There are others, but I don't. I just want to give just a little bit of that. And so you're talking about Marita.
Love don't cost a thing.
Hmm. Love don't cost a thing. Don't cost nothing. Okay. And like mine is, what did I say it is? What did you say it is?
You asking me?
Oh, love the one you're with,
Yeah.
if you can safely do it.
Safely can.
Okay, love the one because we talk about so much, and I'm
Mm.
on the precautionary side because we love people, and we have been I have been there where you love someone and then that love is not returned, and that is an awful thing. And then sometimes it's not safe. Some people stay there and they say, "To death do you part."
Mm.
Some of that actually happens. So that's
Yep.
why I put on there if you safely can. If you cannot love someone safely, it's time to get some younger.
There you go.
Telling you, put those feelings, bag them up somewhere, and take care of yourself. But I want to uh, talk about mine. Love the one you're with, and it's just ways to appreciate your companion, your partner, your significant other, your spouse, whichever one it is. whichever one it is. Thank you for being with us today on this Valentine's Day. And I have my Valentine candy.
Ah,
At least this got delivered. I had ordered. I thought I ordered two things. I did. I ordered some Reese's chocolate too because I ordered something for Nick also. But
uh-huh.
my order got put in somebody else's house, and some of my, well, Nick, he found it, but then some of my things are not in there, so I'll have to see if I have a what is a reimbursement on it before I get on them about it. But I mean, not get on, but let them know what I didn't
Inform
get
them of it. Yeah.
because they're good, and this is the second time that's happened. And so I don't know. And I saw a car because I was watching, and I saw a car go down the street and come back up. Cars do, but this
Hmm.
car I noticed, and then it stopped right here at the stop sign and sat there for a while. And I'm thinking that is probably my order. And then I get this notice that my order has been delivered, and I get the picture, and it's somebody else's house.
Mm.
So Nick saw the picture, so he went and got it. But everything is not in it. But I still say that they still give good service. They really do.
Hmm.
I appreciate.
They
I
make
appreciate
mistakes too.
Walmart. That's what I tell them. I don't be fussing at the people and all of that. I just tell them what's going on because they always make it good.
Yeah.
Always make it
Yeah.
good. So that's a service that I really, really do like. So I'm not complaining about the Walmart. Oh no. Okay, now that I've done that spiel, I am going to go ahead and do mine.
Okay.
And appreciating the one you're with, loving 12 ways to appreciate your partner. And this is very important. If you can appreciate them safely, if there's truly, he loves you, she loves you, and you love them, and you have no doubt that you love each other. So if you love each other, you're not going to hurt each other. You're not going to hurt each other,
That's
but then if it's
right.
a different thing, then you have to take care of yourself. So, number one, we hear 12 ways
Yep.
to appreciate your partner. Number one, say you love them every day. Some people need to know how much they are loved and appreciated, and they really, really do. Number two, plan a date night. And we hear people talk about date night. This is date night, so nothing interferes with the date night. Okay.
Yep.
Number
Nothing
three,
interferes with date night.
warm or cool the car for them, and I didn't ever have to worry about that. Elder Davis would always take care of all that for me, I miss him so much because he would have had something I wouldn't have had to buy my own. He would have had a car with candy and probably some flowers, but that's all right. I bought my own. Okay, now warm or cool the car for them. Number four, leave love letters around the house. Send flowers for no reason. That is so true. Send flowers for you don't have to have a reason to send them some flowers. And I look at Sean, Erica, and Cal. Is that her husband's name?
Who? Eric
Eric.
and uh-huh.
Okay, and how
Yeah.
he sends those beautiful flowers to her. I
Yes,
mean,
he
just because
does.
he loves her.
Yep, he
They be
does.
so beautiful. And I really, really appreciate him for
Hal, yeah.
appreciating her. Yeah, Hal,
Hal.
excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
Shania, excuse me, Hal. I mean, it's wonderful.
Yes,
So
he does.
do you appreciate your spouse every day? If you want your relationship to make it for the long haul, then you will learn that big gestures are nice, but it's little things that count.
That's right.
Never let an opportunity pass you by to tell someone how much they mean to you. A relationship is like a rose bush as it has potential to blossom into something beautiful. Why is it that some roses turn out to be something magnificent while others never have a blossom? It all comes down to feeding and nurturing. Some plants die because they don't have the nutrients or the right environment to do their best. Like your relationship. You must cultivate it so that it can flourish into something spectacular. 12 easy ways to appreciate your partner. How will your partner know how you feel about them unless you tell them or
Mm.
show them? So it really takes both your verbal and
Yeah.
physical appreciation, as your actions always speak much louder than your words. If you need ways to help you appreciate your spouse more, then here are 12 that are sure to assist. And like I was saying, say you love them every day.
Hmm.
Say you love them every day. Some people need to know how much they are loved and appreciated. As they pass by you, take time to tell them how you feel. Don't
Hmm.
say it too much as it loses its meaning if you say it more than 10 times a day. Because sometimes you say something over and over, they say, oh, yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
But say it
Yeah.
just enough where they be looking for us some more, baby. So, however, when you hang up the phone or leave for work, take time to tell them how much you care about them.
Yep.
Love is the foundation of any relationship, and you both must always have that assurance from one another. And this is from powerofpositivity.com. Number two, plan a date night. Many people feel that once they get married or move in together and have children, they don't get date nights anymore. If you want your relationship to last, then you should continue these special days. Just because you take on more responsibilities doesn't mean that you should lose that time between you. And because life, it just moves on and on. And before you know it, hey, things have passed you by.
Yep.
And you regret not being able to. If you look back and say, oh, wow.
I
But
shoulda.
then, uh-huh. But you have to move on from there. You have to move. There's nothing you can do about the past but move forward. Okay. So it's not even more vital that you have time that is set aside. Excuse me. It's even more vital that you have time that is set aside for you both. It can destroy your relationship if you don't make time for each other, as you
Mm.
can grow apart. When you have a set date night, you have something to look forward to, and you get to spend quality time with the one you love. Love the one you're with, all right?
Ah,
If you
I
can.
love the
All
one.
right. Yes. Number three, warm or cool the car for them. Whether you live in a hot or cold climate, there are times when it helps to start the car. If the temperatures are scorching, they will appreciate getting into a nice, cool automobile, especially if it has leather seats. And we know all about those hot leather seats, folks, and the cold leather seats. If it snowed and the windshield is full of ice, they will love having it scraped and the vehicle warm before they climb in to drive. It's all these little things that add up and has such a significant impact on your relationship. It's the little things. It's the little things that lead up. Okay?
Yep.
Number four, leave love letters around the house.
Ah.
If you want to show how much you appreciate your spouse, why not leave little love letters around the house? Using sticky notes are a great way to put messages for them to find. If they're having a tough time, why not encourage them with some little notes that will help to promote and show your support? And then I was thinking, as I was talking just a few seconds ago, people are talking about how time moves on, and people seem to lose a lot of precious things as the time moves on because they're busy working, busy
Mhm.
taking care of this and that and the other. And then he's going one way, she's going the
Mhm.
other. They're working together to make a living and have a good living, but they don't take the time or the efforts, and sometimes it's unconsciously.
Yep.
They don't think about it because they're so busy trying to make life good for themselves
Yep.
and
Yep.
to make ends meet. But
They
then
don't
we
get to
have to.
enjoy the life that they're building.
Right. And then that's why so many people grow apart. They're
Hmm.
so busy working to do good and have a great life together. And like you said, they grow apart because they don't have that really personal affection because they're too busy trying to make ends meet. And many
Hmm.
times they don't think about it and don't are not even conscious of it until the affection and the love is gone.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
send flowers for no reason. Why do people always wait for weddings, funerals, or a holiday to send flowers?
Or when
Why not
somebody go
send
to the
your girl?
hospital.
Yeah. Why not send your girl or even send your man a bouquet at work just
Yeah,
because? If it's a guy, they might not like flowers, but you can send a prepaid lunch to them. Or
yeah,
why not a singing telegram?
yeah.
Sometimes the element of surprise is just what people need to know how much they are loved. Never pass up a moment to show your true feelings to the one you promised forever to. Now, number six, give them breakfast in bed. Oh, I remember the days. Oh, yes. Nothing is better than rolling over to an excellent breakfast in bed. You can go as elaborate or as simple as you want. Best of all, they will love the fact that you took time out of your busy day to appreciate your spouse. For an extra touch, why not do some freshly squeezed orange juice or bake their favorite muffins? They will appreciate your efforts.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. Number seven, offer massages and back slash neck rubs. Oh, yeah. Nothing feels better after a long day than a back and neck rub. You can take turns massaging each other's feet, necks, and backs. It's an excellent way to release tension from stress and feel the loving touch of the one who holds your heart. I got a message from Walmart. That's what I'm trying to see. The power of communication can be greatly beneficial in life, and it can release those feel good endorphins in your body. Reiki is a fascinating art that focuses on the power of touch. So there's something special about the ability to heal and bond through this simple gesture. Number eight, listen and communicate with them. Some people they seem to be so busy. He's going in, she's going out. Wait a minute, he's going in, she's coming out, or he's coming out, she's going in, and they're just some couples are so busy making a living till they just meet each other going in and out, in and out. And some people's lives are that busy.
Yeah.
Now, number eight, listen and communicate with them. The best thing you can do for your spouse is to listen and effectively communicate with them. Effectively is the key word. Don't interrupt them when they're trying to tell you about their day. Listen to every word they say and validate their feelings. This is some great information. Any counselor will tell you that sometimes people need someone to listen to their
That's right.
frustrations and things affecting them in life.
Hmm.
Communication requires less of you interjecting and more of you listening.
That's
Your
right.
spouse should feel comfortable to run to you with everything, and that is so true. If they can't run to you, honey, you don't want them running to somebody else.
Yeah. There.
Love the one you with.
Quit. Thank you.
Number nine, hug often.
Help, boy.
According to the National Library of Medicine, touch is a significant part of interacting socially. A study was conducted by the University of North Carolina's Department of Psychiatry. They used animals to see what hugging or virtual rubbing did for their brain and feel good chemicals. Within 5 days of constant ventral stroking, the animals showed higher oxytocin levels, but they also decreased blood pressure. Not
Mm-hmm.
only does hugging your spouse feel good, but it does great things for your well being. And that is so true. When
Yep.
you're in a loving, you love each other dearly, and you consider each other, you consider the feelings, you consider each other physically, emotionally,
Yep.
mentally, and you deeply care for each other, if blood pressure won't be
Yep.
sky,
Yep.
go sky high. You won't be afraid to go
Yep.
home. You won't be afraid to meet them and talk with them. Some people regret going home. Some people
Yep.
regret, I mean, because their lives are turmoil, their
Yep.
lives are awful, 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 so much trouble and distress in the home. And it shouldn't be that way. It should not be
Yeah.
that way, but it is. So we need to understand. That's why I even talk about counseling. If you want to be with the one you're with, if you really believe that you love them and you don't know why things are happening like they are, why you act this way, why he or she acts that way, get some
Help.
counseling. You need some
Yep.
help. If you want to stay together, you need some professional help
And it's okay
along.
to ask for
Right.
help.
And God, He made people, psychiatrists, psychologists, counselors, and all that. He gave room for those people, or us people, in this
Mm-hmm.
world, so that you can have someone to go to. Someone that's not going to blab, 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 yak, 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 your
Yep.
business.
Yep.
Okay? So within 5 days of constant stroking, the animal showed higher levels, I said that, of oxytocin, and the blood pressure went down. Not only does hugging your spouse feel good, but it does great things for your well-being too. Number 10, do impromptu dances in the kitchen. Now you know I will dance. I will dance. Oh yes, never lose that playfulness that you
That's
had with
right.
your spouse from the start. See,
That's
that's the
right.
thing. Never lose that. That
What it took to
happiness and
get me,
that
it take
joy.
to keep me.
The same thing it took to get me, it's going to take the
Take to
same
keep.
thing to keep me. So
That's
help
right.
them cook dinner, put on some great music, and take a quick dance around the room. Hold them close and look deep into their eyes.
Huh.
Then show off your
Mm.
dancing skills with a quick
Huh.
twirl and a promenade. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Not only will you make memories that will last a lifetime, but you will also show how much you appreciate your
Yeah.
spouse.
That's right.
Remember to dance like no one is watching and take time for fun in your life. Please,
Yep.
people, please, please. I'm like James Brown. Please,
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 please.
please. Yeah. Number 11,
Shoot.
smile. Smile when they look at you. Sometimes the best thing to do is to say nothing, but instead offer them a look that says it all.
Huh.
When your lover looks at you, grin. Hey,
Hold hands in the car while
when
he's
he looks
driving.
at
Put your
you,
hand on his leg.
when he gives you that look, honey, you give him a more seductive
Hmm.
one. Look him in his eyes, or
Huh.
her in her eyes. Let him know you mean business, baby.
That's right.
Okay, now, oh yes, smile when they look at you. Oh my God. Sometimes the best thing to do is say nothing, but offer them the look that says it all. Okay, not just any smile, but you want a smile so deep and genuine that it lights up your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
According to an article, oh, I don't want to do that. I got to go to number 12. 12. Have the coffee ready in the morning. Both you and your spouse have a morning routine. You get up in the morning, get a shower, you get dressed, Stumble to the coffee pot for something to help you wake up. Wouldn't it be nice if you surprised your spouse one day with coffee already made? Sure, today's technology allows the coffee pot to brew while you're showering, but you can prepare their favorite cup with the cream and sugar they like. It seems like a small gesture, but it really can have such a significant impact on how their day goes. It really can. Just take that coffee and say, here's your coffee.
Thank you, baby. Look, thank you, baby.
Oh, is there anything else I can do for you?
Mhm.
Okay, so when you show you appreciate your spouse like this, you send them off to work with a reason to smile. Everyone, I mean everyone, I say, everyone wants to feel loved and adored. And you just showed that doing something so small can have a significant impact. It can. All people sometimes, all they want is a smile. A smile. If you look at somebody, you can change the whole course of their day.
Yes, you can.
Just a smile. And that's why God gave us the ability to smile and to frown if things don't go right.
Yeah.
Let them know, back off now. Enough is enough,
It
and
just
I'm
got to
tired of your
change.
stuff.
We got to
Yes.
change
So
this.
this is really really wonderful, really wonderful. Oh wow, 128. Hey, that's good. That's good. And so let's see here. Did I say the importance of appreciation?
I don't believe so.
Did I do that?
You were at number 12.
Okay. Okay, I did number 12. So now this right here is from Huff Post. I like to do things from Huff Post also. And then I will turn it in over to you. All right, Huff Post. The importance of appreciation in a relationship. Love the one you're with. Some people are looking across the fence, and what they say, don't let the green grass fool you.
Hmm.
Don't let it change your mind. I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, don't let it. Looks greener on the other side. But hey, nothing but danger over there
People
many
still
times.
forget
So,
that grass over there still got to be mowed.
yeah, and there's yes, and there are so many people who have looked across and looked for something over there and crossed over and got it and
Mm-hmm.
ended up with something they couldn't handle or something they regret for the rest of their
Yep.
lives. The
Yep.
rest, the importance of appreciation in a relationship. HuffPost.com. The importance of appreciation. This is by Melanie Malini Bhatia. This is the contributor. Okay, and I'm going to go there. In appreciation happens to be one of the three A's in any healthy relationship: acceptance, appreciation, acknowledgement. Though that's good. As a keen observer, a common thing I happen to notice, this is her talking, among many couples is appreciation, or to be more precise, the lack thereof. And it appears to be an increasingly common problem with couples who have been together for a while.
Hmm.
So this begets the question, just how important is appreciation in a healthy relationship? So she says, I feel as human beings, we constantly crave for positive attention. And we do. We
Mm-hmm.
want positive attention. There's enough negative going around. We want
Yes, it
positive.
is.
And appreciating someone is the best way to go about doing it. The problem starts when we don't even notice how we slipped into the habit of taking each other for granted and
Mm-hmm.
stopped caring for and appreciating each other. Like I said, subconsciously or unconsciously, we
Yep.
slip. We slip. And then it's too late. It's too
I was gonna
late for
say by the
someone.
time you get there, it's already done.
Yes. So this leads to other problems, arguments, frustration. resentment, and suddenly we begin to wonder if this relationship is meant to work. So many great relationships started out good, they were great, and then now the people don't, some don't even communicate with each other. Let's look at a simple and probably not too uncommon scenario. Your partner always drops your children off to school. He or she has been doing it for a while, but you never told them how much you appreciate them for it or acknowledged how thankful you are for it. What if he or she simply stopped one day? You would have to adjust your own schedule for it, probably start getting up slightly early in the morning, or stop watching your favorite breakfast show as you prepare to leave for work every day. What appears to be a simple thing suddenly becomes important when it doesn't get done. And that's so true. When we're used to people doing things and then all of a sudden they're not doing them anymore, we miss that. We miss it.
Mm-hmm.
So she's saying, when I suggest that couples start developing the habit of thanking and appreciating their partners for every little thing they do, I am often met with a frown or ridiculing looks. After all, what is the need to thank someone for a job that they're supposed to do anyway? And see,
Mm.
that's where we get it wrong. Even though we know we have certain roles in the marriage, in the relationship, and that's where taking each other for granted comes in.
That's right.
Well, she said to me, that's a problem, and a big one at that. It's a sign that you think the bigger things you do or you believe you do are not as important as the little things that your partner does. And that's where the balance in relationships starts to go off scale. Appreciation is the key to any relationship. Appreciating someone makes them feel good about what they do, and it makes a difference to their lives. It
Yeah.
makes them feel better about themselves, urging them to go on with new
Mm.
vigor, strengthening your relationship. And it does. We want people to compliment us,
Yeah.
even with gestures and doing little things to show us that we appreciate them. And then we want in turn to do the same for them.
That's right.
And yours is say what? Love don't cost a thing?
Love don't cost a thing.
All right. And so I'm going to let you get into it.
All right.
So,
All
how do
right,
you know your
sister.
partner doesn't feel appreciated? There are some signs that suggest you may be taking things for granted in your relationship, and your partner feels unappreciated because of that. They get into arguments over little things. That's true. They have
Mm-hmm.
started acting more emotional
Yep.
lately. They are perhaps quieter than usual. They don't ask for your opinion anymore. They
Mm-hmm.
make plans without even consulting you. They are not enthusiastic about special occasions anymore. They don't make an effort towards being romantic anymore. They appear more distant. They may be having an affair.
Nah.
So there are two aspects to appreciation. One is based on time and the other on focus.
Yeah.
Time based appreciation is a bit of a conundrum. With time, you either become more annoyed with your partner's behavior or you become more accepting. Now, which one it turns out to, it is a matter of outlook. Acceptance arises from your understanding that things are not likely to change over time, and hence you become more accepting. Once you become accepting, you will find it easier to appreciate what they do. If you change your perspective, you may find even what used to be their most irritating habits may have some value in them. And this allows you to focus on what it is that makes them happy. So, how do you show your appreciation to your partner? There are some things that you may try. Pay full attention when your partner speaks to you, making full eye contact. This assures them that you appreciate whatever it is that they have to tell you. Thanking them for little things makes a big difference. Appreciate them if they iron your clothes or cook your food because you were too lazy or tired to do it. Appreciate anything that adds value to your relationship and tell your partner about it regularly. Let your partner know that you don't take them for granted just because they have been doing something every day for the last year. I really appreciate you doing the dishes every night after supper, or darling, I love how you keep things ready as I prepare to dress for work. It feels so special. Appreciate them for being there with you through your ups and downs. They are the ones investing their time in you more than anyone else. Acknowledge what you love about your partner, their family, and their friends. Compliment them on simple things. I love how that yellow dress of yours makes you look radiant. Enjoy your time together. Be playful, laugh, and have fun while appreciating each other. Most importantly, appreciate and express your love for your partner regularly. Healthy relationships are the ones that keep evolving, and when it comes to love, appreciating someone is never enough. So, when you have invested so much into a relationship, it feels wonderful to get a pat on the back for the efforts. Make appreciating a partner a priority to keep the spark alive. All right. Keep keep it alive. And so I'm going to turn you into my capable sister's hands.
All
Marie.
right, good one. Velma said it's very important to appreciate. That's
Oh
what
yeah.
Velma said. Oh
Yes,
no.
ma'am. And
Yes.
she's got what, almost 50 years under her belt. Too. She and Leon. Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
And some of the things you were talking about, when in the relationships that I have been involved with, because of my many years, I tell a person, because I'm a toucher. I'm a toucher. I appreciate. When you get into a good relationship, I'll say thank you. I appreciate what you've done if they've done something for me. But I'm a toucher most of all. I like. She said 47 years this year. All right.
Congratulations. Wonderful.
Yes.
See,
But
she can talk to us. She can talk
yes,
to
yes.
us.
And hey, she can tell us some things. But it's just, different things that you have to do. And I had always said that, when the Lord blesses me and it's my time to, have whatever he offers me and whatever he gives me, blesses me with, I'm not gonna have a television in our bedroom because that's
Okay.
another distraction. We're there to enjoy each other. We don't need that.
Okay.
That's what I've always said.
Okay.
But
Okay.
anything, love don't cost a thing. This is by
Okay.
Chandrani Aranathaman, and it's from medium.com. And she
Okay.
said, love don't cost a thing. Love doesn't need to be expensive. It only needs to be pure.
Mm-hmm.
Love is a strong emotion that can make you do strange things. We've all been there. When in love, your rationality goes out the window. You want to reciprocate with intense feelings you have
Mm-hmm.
inside with something tangible in the form of souvenirs or gift. More
Mm-hmm.
often, you want to show how much you love by showering your loved one with attention and loads of presents. Nothing is out of reach or too expensive when it's for that special person. Think
Mm-hmm.
about it. Do you need to splurge on some needless luxury items that leave a hole in your bank account or your heart to express deepest emotions? Since when did love become so expensive and out of reach? This is a quote. Don't do not be afraid of showing your affections. Be warm and tender, thoughtful and affectionate. Men are more helped by sympathy than by service. Love is more than money, and a kind of world will give more pleasure than the present. That's by John
Mm-hmm.
Lover.
Mm-hmm.
Love is endless and cannot be measured with money. Love is most emotion, like most emotions, it
Mm-hmm.
isn't easy to express love. So we often resort to expensive gifts to show our deepest feelings. But it is unusually does not lead, excuse me, but it usually does not lead to a win-win situations. And then we go. Reasons why you should not express love through material things. The essence of gift giving does not rely on material things, but on something transcendent, as if it were the last thing and only thing that one could willingly give that gently makes the soul smile. This is by Danny Castaneda Celonata. That was a quote.
Mm-hmm.
Number
Okay.
one, if you splurge on expensive gifts to express love, the standard will increase every year. Each
Okay.
year, you would like a gift of things similar in value or higher in value than the previous year, or as otherwise, it would might disappoint the receiver. Even when your account is in a bad shape, you are forced to maintain the standard of gifting, resulting in increased stress.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, more often, the giver overspends to make their loved one feel special, but they often harbor resentment as they cannot control their spending. If you overspend during special occasions, it can lead to a surge of negative emotions inside that you can last for a long time, causing
Mm-hmm.
friction in your relationships. That's
Mm-hmm.
true. Number three, it might cause a victim mentality on the giver's part as he loses his ability to control his finances. On the other hand, although the gift might make the receiver ecstatic at first, they feel cornered as now they need to compensate for that generosity, which they might have no means to do. So you give me something expensive. Now I got to go out and try to get you something expensive. Nah. This is often a pattern in relationships where one person earns more than the other. In the imbalance, as reflected in gift processing, will cause an unnecessary burden in an otherwise healthy relationship. Instead of opening your wallet to express your undying love, consider gifting things that will allow you to express your feelings in an authentic way without breaking the bank in the process.
Mm-hmm.
Next time you plan to splurge on your partner or that special someone to show how much you value them in your life, consider gifting them the following: a plant in the pot. Number one, gifting plants can be a great way to show love as if it would grow and flower, which enhance their lives and value their time in the long run. It will add greenery to your loved one's house and will bring happiness without causing a dent in your bank account.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, handmade gifts. It can be as simple as a handmade card or something that can be
Mm-hmm.
used and treasured at home. You can use your DIY skills of making a piece of furniture or clothing like a sweater or a scarf that will keep him
Mm-hmm.
warm. It
Yes.
can be pretty wall hanging or well adorned on their walls and remind you of your love every time it catches their eye. Use your imagination and some browsing in Pinterest to come up with something that can make original and be, inexpensive gift. And that's true.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to the Dollar Tree and get some, some of those little things, and you can come up with your own thing, and it means
Mm-hmm.
more because
Right.
you took your time and you did. Let me tell you what I did for one of my friends. It was her birthday, and she has a family. She had two a son and a daughter and her husband. And I thought, well, I didn't have very much money, so what can I do? What do I do well that would show them, you know, I wanted to do something for her birthday. So I went home, started my barbecue grill, and I grilled them some chicken thighs. And
Mm-hmm.
put it in a bowl, and I took it to work to her the next day. It smelled up the whole building, which smelled good, the way I see. She took it home to her family. Her husband called me to thank me. He said, Merethah, that was the most thoughtful gift anyone could have given. He said, not only
Mm-hmm.
buy dinner, he said, that was just thoughtful.
Yes.
And it was good too.
I know.
You know,
He didn't leave that out, did
no,
he?
he called. He wanted to talk to me about it. But he said,
Yes.
it's like they had never received anything like that. And it was inexpensive. But
Uh-huh.
and say your time. Number three, your time. See, time. I took
Mm-hmm.
my time to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Your
Yes.
time. Time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you can't get more time. This is John Rome. In the present world, time is a luxury. Giving part of your time and attention to your loved ones is the most expensive thing you can ever give.
Mm-hmm.
Take the day from work and help someone housework, or cook a meal, or go for a walk on the beach. Rent a movie and spend some quality time with a special one, lounging with some freshly baked cookies. Serve
Mm-hmm.
breakfast in bed. You said that. If breakfast in bed
Mm-hmm.
and make them feel special. I'm sure an expensive scarf or a sweater about or where you were sweating about would not matter. And such small gestures, the small things, will bring back the warmth in your relationships. And number four, in case you want to splurge on your loved ones, instead of buying luxury items that will stay locked in the closet, consider investing money in a fixed deposit or a mutual fund. A small amount invested today will grow into a sizable balance in the future, helping your loved ones fulfill their dreams. And in the end, because it isn't very long. Love need not be expensive. It only needs to be true. Help your loved ones thrive by gifting them things that truly reflect your emotions to have a
Yes.
great foundation for your future relationships.
Oh
And
yes.
is it. I
Love it.
you know, I'm a big believer in telling someone that you love them. Period. I don't care if I see you 5 times a day. I love you, because you don't know this may be my last time.
Mm-hmm.
What's the last thing she said to you? I love you.
Mm-hmm.
And I meant it. I'm not going to say something to you I don't mean. You
Right.
can't just give your love away freely either. You can't just tell someone that you just met, I love. Yeah, you're supposed to love everybody, but I like you. You're a nice person, you know. But when you tell someone you love them, that comes from the heart. It's supposed to come from the heart. It's supposed to come from the heart. You're supposed to truly,
Right.
truly mean it.
Love your fellow man. Love them. You can love them, but you don't have to like their ways and all of that
Yeah.
either. But
But you don't have
still,
to. I don't have to. I love you. I mean, I can say that way,
right,
but truly
right.
love someone like this one right here I'm looking at now. When I tell them I love you, they know. I
Yeah,
love you too. I love you. These they know. I
yeah.
love you too. Well, okay, that's what I want to hear. You know,
Right.
I love you, Shirley, and what do you say? I love you, sister.
That's right.
that's
That's
that
it,
means more
baby.
to me.
And Mama used to do that. Mama used to would tell people she loves them, and
Yeah,
and and I don't do it hypocritically because I love everybody. I really love
yeah,
everybody. Some people might not accept it, and some people might be leery if you say that, and then some people might take it in the wrong way. So you just have to be
yes,
careful. But just tell them you love them, like you said. Hey, and love you.
yeah,
Love you.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Love you. Love you. But I love everybody. If
Oh, hey,
that I
Demeter,
don't
love you, baby. Look,
hi
I love
niece.
you,
I don't
Demeter.
I don't be around everybody, but you can love everybody and you don't
That's
have to
right.
be around everybody. And so
That's
that
right.
was wonderful.
Thank
Love
you.
don't cost a
It don't
thing.
cost a thing.
Uh-huh. And then love the one you're with if
Yes.
you can
If you,
safely love them. And if
yes.
you can't love them safely when you're with them,
Pardon
get
me.
away from them. You can still love them, but you have to put your well-being and your safety first, and
Love
your
them from a
well-being
distance.
mentally and emotionally. And so here's my song. We're going to go out with it. I just want to love you. And like I've told this before, I started this song when I lived on Elm Street. I played and Ella Coffee gave me that piano. And I started this song then, and then I didn't finish this song, I think, until last year. And then it came to me, and I know it was God, the Spirit said, go ahead and finish that song. I hadn't played my keyboard in probably 3 years, probably. And I pulled that keyboard out, hooked it up, hooked up my interface and everything to it, and then just started working on it. And as I was working on it, God gave me the verse, the last verse that I needed. I laid the tracks, went back and did it. And here it is. See, people waste people's time. Let's talk about appreciating people. There are some people who will take your time for granted. There
Yes,
are
they
some
will.
people that they will try to take your time up because they don't want anyone else to have your time.
That's
But
right.
then they don't make the efforts and the sacrifices. They tell you they love you, but they don't make the effort and the sacrifice like they should to show you that they love you. They just want to keep you on a virtual leash.
Mm-hmm.
Leash. Yes.
Leash.
They just want to keep you leash, right? And keep someone else from giving you that love that they can give you. And then you're blinded because you're hoping that one day they will see that you really love them and that you really want them, and that's why you're waiting around on them. But let me tell you, this song, I Just Want to Love You, because it's getting late in the evening. Our
Mm-hmm.
life's sun is going down.
That's right.
We are getting older by the second, and we
Mm-hmm.
don't have time to mess around. It's late. It's late in the evening, and people are wasting time and appreciating each other. Appreciate the person you are with. And I tell this story about this son that put something on Facebook. His mom and daddy, I guess it was Facebook. It's one of those social channels, and his mom, he was driving, his mama and daddy were fussing and cussing each other. It was like so vulgar and so disrespectful to each other. It just hurt me. It hurts me every time I think about it. They hate each other so much. Why are they
Why you
wasting each
still to?
other's time? It
That's
just
right.
doesn't make sense to me. So this song, I finished it, and like I said, I started decades ago. I just finished it, I think, last year, released it last year. But anybody, you can go on, what is it, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, iTunes, and different places and get this song. But it makes so much sense. All I want to do is love you and understand your ways. Don't try to be someone else for me. Just be for
That's right.
real each and every day. So, baby sister, you have anything else to say?
No, happy Valentine's Day. Like I said, I love you. And wait till
Ex-
Thursday and listen to my Black History. Um,
Okay.
yeah.
And reading will be as my kisses. I'm gonna get kisses today. I'm getting some kisses today. Some chocolate kisses. All right. All right. Love you, everybody. And
Thank
this
y'all
song,
so much for joining us.
yes, and Cleve will be with us, God willing, on Thursday. All right, everybody. I'm going to play this, and we're going to sign out. I to love you by Miss Shirley Oak.
All right.
I've had lots of heartache, pain and despair. Sometimes I wonder if you really, really care. You say one thing today, tomorrow you change your mind. A double-minded man, some say can only wait, and for that I just don't have the time. I just wanna love you and understand your way. Don't try to be someone else. Be for real each and every day. I just wanna love you, and A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, and for that I just don't have the time. All I wanna do is love you and understand your ways. Don't try to be someone else, just be for real each and every day. Please let me love you and understand your ways. I don't want you to be nobody else, just be for real for me each and every day. It's getting late in the evening. Our sun is going down. We're getting older by the second, and we don't have time to mess around. It's getting late in the evening, and our life's sun is going down. We certainly are getting older by the second, and we certainly don't have time to mess around. Late, late, late. It's late, late, late. We're older and older and older. We can't mess around. Oh, it's late in the evening. Our life's sun is going down. We're getting old and we can't mess around. All I wanna do is love you and understand your ways. Don't try to be somebody else for me. Just be for real for me each and every day. All I wanna do is love you each and every day. Love you, everybody. Love you, baby
Be for
sister.
real
Thank you
for
for being
me
with us.
in every way.
Yes, ma'am.
No
Anytime.
one likes a big dental bill. That's why
Oh God, I'm calling on you. Oh God, I'm enlisting the saints to pray. Can you hear me? Can you feel me?